What's up, legends? Welcome back to this month's video where I'm sharing all of my pickups from the last month and hopefully informing your decisions for what you may want to collect and invest moving forward. Now again, even though I am a collector at heart, I do try to approach collecting from an investing mindset, trying to find deals and find cards that are undervalued to hopefully collect in the most affordable way possible. So if that interests you, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button below to come along the journey with me. Alright guys, well, let's start things off with a Pokemon card. We do have a couple different TCGs that we have picked up this month, but we did pick up some Pokemon, and this is one that I'm extremely excited about. One of my favorite pickups from this month, and one that I wasn't necessarily looking for, but when I saw it, I just was very excited to snap this up. We have the Raichu from Expedition, the reverse foil, and man, you guys know that reverse holos like this that cover so much of the card are very difficult to find in good condition. It's very prone to scratching, and so to find this in a 9.5 Beckett, I was very excited. I just love how well it matches as the gold label as well. So yeah, I'm very excited about this pickup. This is like a really cute Raichu artwork, very underrated in my opinion, and there is a holo one too, but I don't know, I feel like the reverse holo actually looks really nice, again, especially matching that gold label. So I'm super excited about this one. And of course we got the Collect 3D case kind of surrounding it here. If you guys want to check these out, Collect 3D has been a great supporter of the channel. They basically make these cases with these pegs that swing out so you can protect your card and also display them very nicely. So if you guys decide to go check that out, you can get 15% off of your purchase with them. But let's keep moving here. We got another Pokemon card to show off, and we have the Bubble Mew, a great card, one that I've said before that I think it's the card of the Scarlet and Violet era. I think it's the Moonbryon of Scarlet and Violet. It's just very iconic in a lot of ways, beautiful, unique, and you may remember I actually picked one of these up not too long ago. However, what I didn't say in that video, and what I didn't find out until after I unboxed it from that video, is that there were actually some major issues with it that I did not see initially, mainly on the surface. It's kind of one of those things that you don't see unless it's out of the top loader. Now thankfully I was able to get a refund for that because they did say it was near mint, and it definitely was not. So anyway, I was patient and I looked out for another one, and thankfully this card has still dipped over the last couple months, month or two. We can actually take a look at it, what it's at right here. It's at like $4.90, so actually got a slightly better deal even than before, I think. I mean, I got a really good deal even when I bought it, but yeah, so grateful to get another copy of this. This one is not like a gradable copy, but it still is near mint, and that's okay. This is just one that I kind of wanted for my collection and for the binder. And again, if you guys want this card, I mean, who knows? This card could go down more, but I don't know. I just feel like while it's this low, you may not get another chance. At least that's how I see things. So that's why I picked one up for my collection at this time. But moving right along, we do have another Japanese new back card right here. And this is a card that I've been looking for a while. There's actually a trio of these cards, and I do want all of these in a Beckett slab. I really want to own all of these. What we have is it blue, or yeah, Blue's Tactics, or it actually might be Green's Tactics in Japanese, but they did label it Blue's Tactics. But yeah, this is from GX Tag Team All-Stars, and this is an exclusive Japanese card. They do not make these in English. They had kind of a more plain version for English, and man, just check out that texturing on there. But these feature each of the three kind of main characters from the manga, red, blue, and green, and with their starter Pokemon. So red is with Bulbasaur, and then the girl, which again I think is technically blue in Japan, she is with Squirtle. So love this. I am just so stoked to get this card. The only thing that I did notice, and I kind of bought this hoping to grade it, but you know, looking at the outside initially, it looked like a very well-centered card. I didn't see any issues with it, but I think I see now why I got a 9.5. You can kind of see a little bit of a surface issue going on right here in the upper left corner. So that's the only problem, is I probably will have to get another copy of this that's a little bit better, but it's still a pretty nice card. So yeah, pretty cool at least to own it for now. It's the first time I've owned any of those three for myself. I will say too, I do wonder if we are kind of due for a Japanese Pokemon boom, as we've gotten in the past. Now, it's usually come when English has been a little bit more on the lackluster side, and you know, so far it doesn't seem like we have much worry as far as that goes. We've got some really banger sets coming out very soon, but anyway, just one thing to keep in mind, you just never know when some of these Japanese cards are going to pop off even more than they already have. But right now we are actually going to open up some mail from Whatnot. Now, Whatnot is the app featuring live streamed auctions where you can bid on Pokemon cards and often get some pretty great deals. If you want to use my link in the description below, you can actually get a free $10 credit just for signing up. And I also mentioned that this pickup was actually from several months ago, so I tend to do that. I tend to wait and open up packages with you guys on camera, but we'll see what we got here. I think this might have been from the summer 2025, so it's always interesting to see where my mind was at then. Here it is. What is this? What do we have? Oh, all right. There we go. Look at this. Guys, this is not the Pokemon Celebrations. This is the original Birthday Pikachu, or Legend of Luke's Pikachu, as it's gonna say when I write it up here. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that, but man, I saw this one with that nice swirl, and man, this is a pretty nice copy. Wow, look how clean that is, at least on the front. Let's check out the back here. Curious to see. Looking nice, couple white dots. But man, that could easily like be a PSA 9, I would say. Man, I'm very excited about that one. That one's probably not going to get graded. That'll just go in the binder. Just an iconic Pikachu promo, original WotC promo that just had to own. So good. Sorry, I just gotta look at that holo foil even longer. It's just such a good good copy of this card. Yeah, definitely. I do remember kind of where my mind was at back then. This was when, you know, of course, everything was booming, and vintage Pokemon cards had not quite started to boom. Not that much yet, but they actually did shortly after I started to say, like, oh, let's focus on vintage cards. And then all of a sudden, vintage cards were not cheap anymore. So yeah, anyway. Let's move on though. We have some other cool pickups today. We did actually get a good bit of One Piece cards. As you saw from last month, that was kind of our main pickups, but we got some more here, kind of adding more to the collection mostly. Some of this stuff we may, you know, flip if we get extra copies of different things, but all right, so this first one, we have the Monkey D. Luffy promo, and this is actually the very first One Piece promo. And one thing that's interesting about this is actually the pre-errata version. At least that's what people are saying, because the actual corrected version is supposed to have like a little period after the rush here. And so, I don't know, I just felt like this card seemed like an important one to own, being the very first promo card, and the fact that it's the error one before it was corrected. So yeah, we picked up a couple copies of this. Actually have two more that will go off to PSA, but this is the one that I'm sending to Beckett, hoping that we can do pretty well on this one. So very excited about that. And this next card, I can tell by the back, we got two copies of this one. We have the Ronor Zoro. This is the alt art leader from OP12, Legacy of the Master. So you got Mihawk in the back there, and then Zoro at the forefront. So yeah, got two very clean copies that will be going off to Beckett. Hopefully we can get at least a BGS 10, because that's what I generally collect, is BGS 10 Zoros. And you know, you never know, we could get a black label. We have gotten a black label before for One Piece, So it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Not sure if I'm going to be a Black Label collector. Probably can't justify that, but anyway, moving on. We've got another really cool one here. And man, I did not know how much I would like this card when I saw it in person. This card is amazing. Like, the texture is so good, it probably doesn't even do it justice being in the semi-rigid. But this is the Alt Art, the Alt Art SEC from OP06, the kind of the first main set that featured Zoro heavily, at least. So that's where the manga Zoro came out of. And yeah, so really cool card. This card has been going up in price too, so as most One Piece cards have. So it is what it is. Some of these cards I just have to bite the bullet on because I still do want them for the collection. And a lot of them, honestly, you know, Zoro is one of the most popular characters. I don't see a lot of cards like this going down too much if they do correct. And honestly, I still feel like we're at the lower slope of this boom. I feel like there will be a peak and then a correction eventually, but I'm just not sure that we're close to that quite yet, but who knows, I could be wrong. And guys, this next One Piece card is the other one that I'm especially excited about to pick up this month. And before I show it to you, I do want to explain something here, which is that even though I've been still buying some, this month I actually chose to focus a lot more on selling. I've been selling a lot of stuff, a lot of the Pokemon slabs I still had available, and some booster boxes, Phantasmal Flames I had extra booster boxes of, and specifically for One Piece, because like I said, we are booming, and you know, like I said, things could keep running up, but I feel like now is a great time to sell if you have some of these items. So unfortunately, I didn't have as much as I would have liked. I definitely took a break from grading for a lot of 2025, at least with Beckett, which is what I usually send some One Piece cards to. But anyway, I did still have a couple things set aside, and those cards did quite well. We're talking like going from being like a $150, $200 card to like a $500-$600 card in graded condition. So I had at least one PSA 10, a couple BGS 10s left. Again, mostly of my Zoro cards, some duplicates I had graded. And then I also did have a couple One Piece booster boxes that have gone up quite a bit. One of those being OP09. I actually had two boxes, and I decided to rip one on the channel, which was a stupid thing to do, other than just, you know, the shock factor of creating content about it. But I knew that, you know, I'm gonna open one and risk it for one of my favorite cards, maybe my favorite card in One Piece right now, which is the Zoro SP from OP09. And of course, I did not pull it. I pulled actually really badly from that box, but I still had one other box. And right now, that box is going for actually a little bit more than that Zoro SP. So I'm like, at this point, I might as well sell the box and just get the card. The fact that the box, you know, I bought it for when it first came out around MSRP, like $120, and then kind of shot up to like $600-$700. I recognize that there's risks for cards like this going up very high and then just coming right back down over time. So part of the way that I'm mitigating this risk is I'm letting go of one item that my cost basis is very low for in the first place. And of course, if I had sold it when I first got it and bought the Zoro SP, then, you know, it would have probably still equaled out the same. I would have been, you know, a pretty equal trade value. So I kind of did the same thing now. Obviously, we're talking much higher numbers, but I did finally pull the trigger and pick it up. So here it is. This is a really, really beautiful card. I just love the gold texturing behind him, the Zoro Drew. Man, this is this is a big deal for me. So, and I feels like a pretty clean copy to me. So this one will definitely go off to Beckett, hoping to get that 10. Black Label would be just the icing on the top, but yeah, I'm super excited about this pickup for this month. I really hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. We just have one more pickup for today, but if you are, please take a second to hit that subscribe button below to come along the collecting journey with me. And if you've watched these videos, you already know what we can possibly expect from this here. We do have a VHS that I am intending on getting graded. And if I think that this is a certain one, if this is what I'm thinking it is, this is a big one. Definitely a grail for those who are into VHS collecting. What we have here is the very first copy of Star Wars that's ever been released, and actually it was a rental originally. And yeah, so this one is actually not sealed. Usually I try and pick up VHS that are sealed, but this one, as far as we know, that there are no sealed copies out there. And definitely not easy to find in great condition. Even on this one, I can tell this one is not perfect. We got a little bit of a little chip off of the side here. But what's significant about these is, especially, you know, if you're gonna get it graded, you want to look to see if you can get one with a little serial number on it, especially if it matches the tape inside. And so that's what we're gonna check, because that's what I bought this as. Let's check out the condition of the tape itself. Looking pretty good, not bad. A little bit of wear on the sticker there, and we have, there's the serial number, but does it match? Let's see. Yes, it does. Awesome. That is very cool. So of course we will send this off, and this will be a complete inbox. But yeah, this is a piece of history right here. Yeah, you cannot find an older copy of Star Wars than this. And yeah, if we watch this, we may even find some of the original footage from the theaters, which I don't think has ever been released since then. I think that this, if I'm not mistaken, I think this actually has the original crawl that just says Star Wars. It doesn't say episode 4 or anything like that. So that is very exciting. Definitely wish that this little corner was not chipped off like that, but that's okay. Other than that, I feel like it does feel like it's in very good condition. Oh guys, I almost forgot we had one more card here, and we actually picked up a Star Wars card, and this is actually a very unique one as well. This one is from the 97 Vehicles Star Wars set. So it's a set that kind of featured a lot of the you know, ships and the vehicles from Star Wars. However, there were certain inserts in that set. So this is one of them, and it's kind of like a hollow insert, a foil insert. And it's a very sweet looking one with Darth Vader on there. I actually want to pull it out slightly so you can see the hollow and the texture a little bit better on there. Yeah, but pretty sick card here, and one that's very hard to come by. It's one of the more rare top Star Wars cards out there, and definitely a pretty old one. The fact that it's from 1997, definitely older than most Pokemon cards. So this card, there was one other one that's kind of it actually connects to this card. It kind of would go like right here, and it shows more of like the speeder bike troopers, and yeah, it's cool too. It's also the same sheen and everything, but I don't know, the one with the Vader is the one that I always wanted. And so I've been looking out for this for a while, and I decided to pull this trigger, especially now because we recently saw the release of the 2025 Star Wars Galaxy Chrome set. And by the way, I haven't had a chance to open that myself, but they actually had a reprint of this card and then that puzzle card that went with it. So it actually came as one artwork in that set. But I kind of thought that, you know, if there's some attention being brought to this artwork, now might be the time to pick up the original one, and just in case it, you know, skyrockets in price. So this is definitely not a cheap card, but one of the more rare ones within top Star Wars as far as the vintage sets. So yeah, very excited to pick this one up. It's beautiful. I think I might get it graded, and yeah, very excited about this one too. But thanks so much for watching. If you want to see our pickups from last month, check out this video here on screen next, as well as this video right here. Hit that like button, subscribe below, and we'll catch you guys next time.